Back with more stretches, techniques, ways to improve your body if you're expecting or if you're not, you just want to get in better shape. Of course, we are joined by our friend Emily Wenzel, who's the head honcho out at K-Pop Pilates and Wellness. Emily, you've got me laying on my side or attempting to lay on my side today. What are we doing and why?
We're doing some side lying work, which could be stretching and strengthening at the same time. Whether you're pregnant or not, it's a good way to keep your legs strong and activate and keep the core active. We've got, because Natalie was a little sensitive on her hips, so we got a little extra padding, or we talked about shifting the body forward or back to accommodate any discomfort there. So if you are not pregnant or earlier on in your pregnancy, you may want to stay up in this side lying position and draw up through the waist and feel the obliques really kick on. Or you could go further down, maybe use a pillow or some type of pillow so the head isn't kinked in a funky position here. And we're gonna take this leg up about hip height position. Just make sure if you are on the elbow or side lying that the shoulder isn't creeping up to the ear like your earring. You wanna keep the space between the shoulder and the ear. And then this hip in line with the knee, in line with the ankle, we're gonna kick this leg forward with a second little extra kick like you're kicking a soccer ball, and then kick back, hip extension, but without shifting the body forward or back. So you gotta lift up the pelvic floor muscles, and then kick forward on your inhale, and then kick back on the exhale. And you can also change the breath as well.
Oh, I'm supposed to be breathing? I forgot that.
You gotta do that part. So you want, as the leg moves forward and back, you gotta really stabilize the upper body. So again, it looks like we're not doing very much, but we're making things happen. So we're gonna go into leg circles next. So you're gonna bring the leg forward and kick it back and around into your hip extension and bring it forward. So all while stabilizing the upper body.
I'm feeling it in my sides.
Yep, good job, good girl, you're doing it right.
Good thing.
And then kick back. Of course, you gotta go in the other direction. So, and then we're gonna go into a bicycle move. So you're gonna bring the leg forward, bend the knee, and then go into your hip extension, and then hip flexion. So extend and exhale
when
forward.
you do exercises like this, Emily, how many do you do in a set?
Back.
What's like a good number, a good rule of thumb?
As you're fatiguing along through your trimesters, you might find that you get a little bit more tired easier. So the sets might be 5 each direction.
Okay.
So we're gonna transition into a bridge. But you might start out with forward and back 10 times, being 1 forward and back, and then the bicycle. But then the numbers might lessen a little bit further from there, and that's okay.
So and bridging, you have referred to bridging, I think, since the beginning of when we started working together. What is it exactly?
The bridging is a great way to keep muscle balance. So if you're doing a lot of squats, the back of the legs still need to stay strong, and the glutes, and it's a good way to keep your core and your spine moving.
Okay.
So if you're lying down, head's gonna be all the way down. Heels in line with the sits bones, and you're gonna tilt the pelvis under and press into the heels and lift the hips up from there on your inhale. And then on the exhale, articulate the spine as best as you can, so you're lowering the upper back and the mid and the lower back. So as you do these, you wanna just make sure that the shoulders aren't crowding forward. And then you might need to slide the heels in a little bit more from there. So it should feel pretty good from there. And then, of course, you would transition back to the other side, but we're gonna go back to our first side. And then a fancy way to come out of it is to pull the bottom leg in, and then the top leg back, and then add in another really delicious stretch from here. So you're gonna stretch over, keeping that one hip, that opposite hip down. And then on the inhale, we're gonna reach up and side stretch to the other side, keeping your right shoulder down and the head just safely going side to side with you, kind of blowing into the wind beautifully.
Can I just say right now, this is why Emily's a friend of the Morning Blend. She calls stretches delicious. Not necessarily the words I would use, but I'm trying to get that way. So as always, we appreciate your tips, your suggestions, ways to keep us healthy and keep stretching, things I should be doing. But thank you again for your time. Hopefully we will do it again.